I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with a rockin' black clothes. Whippin' around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. And the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out, the number 6 overall pick back in April from Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
He had the numbers of a game last week.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Taken down at the 30.
So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
For the first time of this one, here's the Las Vegas offense, and at the helm, the former number 2 overall pick in the draft, it's Marcus Mariota.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
That catch good for only a couple.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolute perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 12 carries, 56 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Vegas.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Mariota on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Rupp. And this is taken in. Take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go. But still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that number 1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
The 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Herbert looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Herbert's pass.
Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better play.
That throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 7-7, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
Los Angeles.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Hunter Henry brings it in.
Herbert.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year. Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
That catch good for only a couple.
The 16.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They snap it to Herbert. It's complete. Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. First down, Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The lone touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. L.A. ready plays for its next possession.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Chargers.
On first down, Justin Herbert throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And this completes to Henry over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Herbert on first down now. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, Herbert. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. That's into the hands of Eckler. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Following the interception here, Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target. That'll bring up second down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
On the coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to go up top again. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
1st and 10.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
17. Chargers 14.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's That's the way to go into the half.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fielded in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Chargers 14.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face second and long. From the gun, Mariota.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mariota now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Rupp. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Third and goal, Mariota. They bring him down a sack back at the 16-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
4th down, Mariota. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal for a tight game like this, that's a good play. Yeah. But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Chargers.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
He'll get this to Eckler. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st.
Austin Eckler.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Los Angeles.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
The Charger ball carrier. The tackle made by Jet Heath. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chargers 14.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Eckler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there.
1-yard pickup.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there. Out of his end zone, Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Rupp. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 98 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. The right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Charger.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
Herbert. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Here's Herbert. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Brings up
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The 2nd down throw on target. And he'll go down at the 28. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Los Angeles.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. This pass finds its way to Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Williams.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
To kick off for the Chargers.
And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10.
offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Throwing here, Mariota.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Mariota now from the 50. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Carlson on for the PAT. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Again, it went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film. And do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Herbert and the Chargers down by 9. 53 ticks to go.
A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Herbert now to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Trey Waynes. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down. Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mariota to throw. And once more to Ruggs. This time to catch made. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. From the red zone now, Mariota. And incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action now, Mariota staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.
That takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Las Vegas, it's a 4th win of the campaign as they get to 4-10 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.